loves. So today we are going to talk about the Dark Rose palette from BH Cosmetics. So one of their newest palettes, and I believe I paid $11.95 for it a couple weeks ago. I'm not sure how much it's retailing for right now, but they're always having sales. There's always a deal. If there's something that you're really eyeballing at BH Cosmetics, I definitely recommend seeing it out, kind of waiting and seeing if it's a little more than you want to pay. I bet you it'll drop in price at some point. I feel like they alternate what their sales are. Sign up for the emails from BH Cosmetics because they will definitely keep you up to date on their sales, which I love. And then I want to order all the things. All right, so this is the palette. It comes in a book form. There is no mirror, but ain't no thing for what all you are getting. You get 12 eyeshadows, 3 blushes, and a liquid liner. I did use this palette on my eyes today, so that tutorial is either up or will be up very soon. So of course you know what it is. I'll link it down below, or you can just find it on my channel. So I am loving, loving, loving this liquid liner. I just used it in the tutorial for the first time. I hadn't used it yet on my eyes. I love it. It's so easy to use. The tip of it is a little more firm than the one that I am used to from Physicians Formula. I love that liner. That one has more of a brush tip. This one definitely has more of a felt tip. But it's the way, I don't know, there's something about it, the way you hold it at the end, and when I dragged it in, it literally like created the wing on its own. Just by holding it slightly sideways. I feel like a lot of them don't really do that. It just ends up a hot mess. So big fan of this liner right here. And then here are the 3 blushes. Kind of a peachy blush, a bright pink blush, and then kind of a rosy shade. I don't think any of these have names. There are no names. So those are the 3 blushes right there. Really beautiful pigmented blushes. I am a big fan of their BH Cosmetics blushes. Never been disappointed with any of them. I have a couple of the blush palettes and I love them. So you can see them right there on my fingers, and then swatch. I feel like sometimes blushes are hard to see when you swatch them. I don't know if you can even see that. But I feel like there's just the right amount of pigmentation that it's not like boom on your face. I don't like when blushes have way too much pigmentation because as I am fair, I have to use the lightest hand and barely even tap it in. Otherwise it's like blush on your face. Those are the 3 blushes. And now let's get into swatching the eyeshadows. Do the top row first. There are some really pretty like plummy colors in here. You can see those. The mattes in here are crazy good. So crazy good. Obsessing. Obsessing. I'll tell you my favorite one in just a moment. Down. So there's a pink. Keep in mind how dry my hands are right now. This weather is just like, so you can kind of see them right there. Totally accidentally layered that brown over the champagne-y shade. The champagne in there is a really beautiful lid shade. I definitely will get some use out of that guy. The only thing that this palette is missing, in my opinion, is kind of a, well, there's 2 things, technically. I wish that there was a matte highlight shade, and I wish that there was a nice transition shade. A lot of these are very bold colors, but at the same time, they're really great. It's a great price. You get a really good quality for the price, so having to bring in another palette isn't really a big deal. Plus I used it in combination with the Forever Nude Sculpt and Glow, and I had everything that I needed because I just used one of the bronzers as my transition shade and the setting powder as my brow bone highlight. So no complaints. But just keep that in mind that you can't really get an entire look from this palette if that's something you care about. If you don't care about a transition shade or a matte highlight, then you're golden. These are the next 4. This it's like a purpley brown. It's like a red base purpley brown, if that makes any sense, like a plummy brown. Gorgeous. I have it in my crease today and it blended out so nicely, so pigmented, obsessed. Loving it. I haven't used this shade yet, but that is crazy. This one right here, it reminds me a lot of Stars and Rockets from MAC, which nice little dupe for you there. So let's see. Look how pigmented these are. Beautiful. See, and like this matte one, a lot of matte shades don't really swatch that well anyway, but it doesn't swatch that great, but it translates really beautifully to the eye. So that one, that bronze. Oh, that's so pretty. These are gorgeous. Okay, last 4 down here. So there's the black. So not the most pigmented black in the world, but it's a shimmery black. So glitter does seem to fall out of it, so. See the pewter. I don't know how well the pewter shade is gonna translate, but it's really gorgeous. Keep that in mind. I really like the peachy kind of gold color. I have that on the inner corner. And then the green, of course, is beautiful. I did use it with Fix Plus. I went on first with my fingertip, tapped it on, and then I used a little bit of Fix Plus to intensify the metallicness. Metallicness? Is that even a word? I don't know. The metallic qualities in the eyeshadow. So. I feel like this is a really great palette for holiday. There are so many looks that you can create. You can get some use out of this palette. I really like it. I'm a big fan of it. These shadows are some of the best quality that I've seen from BH Cosmetics. I know that some of the 88 palettes, I feel like some of the shades in those palettes aren't quite up to par. Some of them are amazing, but I feel like every single shadow in here has great pigmentation. I just really like it. Yeah, big fan. Definitely gonna keep using this palette. Totally worth the money, and I'm loving this eyeliner. Here, I'll see if I can get it out of there. I'll show you that real fast because I didn't really go over that. So it's a full-size liner, and it's got that kind of felt tip. Super black. Look how black that is. Love it. I love a super bold black liner. So total win, putting that right in my makeup bag because I want to use it. Came at a good time because I just ran out of my Physicians Formula one, so. Like I said, definitely a win. Definitely check this out from BH Cosmetics. I will leave a link down below. It is not an affiliate link or anything like that. I'm just going to leave it down below for you for convenience. And I want to know, have any of you guys tried this palette? What do you think about BH Cosmetics? I think they are great. Big fan. Love their brushes. Love their products. No complaints. Like, good things. Good things. Good things. Anyway, so I think that is everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love y'all so much. Bye. Yeah, shouldn't be this hard to get through a review. I think that's everything.